This is one major wave that we're riding now. I think at the end of this, we should all get like a "I survived the solar flash" t-shirt. What do you think? You'll let me know. It's really been a very powerful period for all of us, and there's a lot of changes that are happening as we once again are dealing with the energy of a very powerful solar flare. This is the most powerful solar flare of this very potent solar cycle as we're gearing up for these great changes that are coming. They're already happening. But this time period was prophesized. A lot of people, they're feeling a lot of the changes within them, and it's kind of a struggle to get through the day. And we have a lot to talk about in this video. The current symptoms, and really addressing a question that I get from all of you on YouTube, within our Patreon community, and the people that I come across in my everyday life. And is that why are some people, experiencing this? I thought I was, doing my spiritual work, so on and so forth. And some people are totally numb and they just seem so fine. So I'm going to be addressing that in this video. And if you're new to the channel, it's good to see everyone. I'm Michael. I discuss the Ascension journey and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And solar flares, they have become the norm. I shared this in a video, when we had a very powerful X-class solar flare, and I said this is going to be the norm. And it's so important to learn how to navigate the time periods, highly energetic time periods of these solar flares. When we do, because this is going to continue, so you might as well just hit that subscribe button and take the journey. When these solar flares, these activities happen, it's important to really be mindful of what you're consuming at that time. Practice self-care. It's so important in this society that's not really working out. What do you guys think? You think the society is working out anymore, or is it going to change? Right? And we're going through a big change. So you are kind of programmed to not have self-care. You're gonna need a lot of self-care at this time. You want to stay hydrated and you want to ground. Barefoot out in nature, so important. So as we are experiencing this very powerful solar flare, you might have the need for extra sleep, and do this. Allow the body, let the body do what it needs to do at this time period. So as I'm leaving this message, the previous 2 days I had a nap in the late afternoon, early evening almost, and take a little rest, and just I'm called to do it. You know your body, and you know when something's off and something's up. So you might be called to rest. There is pain that is heightened in your area. So the last couple of days, it's been a very difficult experience for me in my lower back. That is my area. I was texting a friend, and she was sharing to me that she's feeling it in her neck and her skull, and that's where she feels it. So you specifically, your area, you're going to feel this when you have these highly energetic moments, like these solar flares, or even we just had the eclipse as well. These parts of the body, we store a lot of traumas, whether ourselves or for our family lineage. It's all coming up to be released. It's very deep. So you have to really think about this. We know that there are people that are basically, for each family out there, there's deep ancestral patterns that are coming up. The subconscious goes so deep. It goes even deeper than you in this lifetime. So when it's something that's so deep, it's so rooted so deep, it's difficult for it to come up to be released. So that's why also you might be dealing with such a tremendous pain in an area. You might experience anxiety, a tired and wired feeling. So even though you are so tired, and I had to take a nap You could feel so tired, but then there's like this anxiety, like you have to do something, like you got to go. And please comment down below, because a lot of people, they're like, this is so weird, because you could be tired 1 minute, and then it's like you're so anxious, you're so wired the next minute. So you just have the ability to do the bare minimum, and you almost have this feeling like you're burnt out on the inside. So almost like this cool minty feeling that's inside. It's almost like you try to find the words to explain it, but there's this burnt out feeling. And you want to think about your whole nervous system and how the whole nervous system is resetting at this time. So there's a lot for each and every one of us to deal with, and it seems to be, it's always, the people that made this conscious decision. You might be getting this message, and you might be working on your spiritual wellness. You might improve your diet, your physical wellness. You're actually doing things to make you, you think that you're becoming, stronger. You're doing all these things to make yourself more healthy, but you tend to feel these negative effects during this activity, but then you also know people that are totally numb. They just keep going on like nothing has happened at all. And this usually is people that maybe aren't on that spiritual journey, that might not be connected to God, and you might be feeling down on yourself, and you say, why me? Why? Listen, I complain just like a lot of you. So why are we still feeling this? Why am I feeling this? And some people are totally numb. So you could be struggling, and you might feel down, but you're sensitive. You're connected to the source. You're connected to nature. So I'm going to give you this, and think about it. It's important to feel. It's important to feel. So let's say there's a hot stove over there, and you might accidentally touch that hot stove, and you're going to feel a lot of pain in order for you to move quickly. It's not a great thing to be numb, because if your hand was on that hot stove, you won't make any changes to your everyday life, and eventually you could get burnt pretty bad. So it's not a great thing. You say, oh, I'm so powerful, I don't feel this hot stove burning me, but there's a tremendous damage that's happening when you're not moving away. So when you are feeling things, it's maybe forcing you to do the changes, maybe doing the fasting, the detoxing, walking the straight and narrow, being a better person. I discuss content of character, the more negative things, and I tell a lot of people, they think that they could get away with it in the darkness. They think they could get away with it at a secret party. They think they could get away with these things. But the Akashic records are always documenting. If you want to learn about the Akashic records, go to the channel page, right? Everything is being documented. God is always watching. But beyond that, it's not like just like God is watching me. It's inside your body. These things, the negative things that you do in your life, if you don't walk the straight and narrow, it's kind of building up inside. So everything could be like a negative emotion, the toxins, the poisons that we take into our body. Some of you know about the heavy metals. You have a tremendous energy, electromagnetic energy coming in. So you want to say, you know what? I'm connected. I'm feeling these things. Don't be so hard on yourself. I can't express to you. And if I answered your question, I hope, and let me know in the comments if that helps. Because so many people, they either write to me or they ask me this in person, and they're like, why do I feel this? I feel so lousy. I know these people, they're not doing, and they don't feel anything because they're numb, they're disconnected. The Hopi Blue Star prophecies spoke about this time period where people were spiritually lost. This is a time period. There have been many free will decisions. Remember, Ascension is free will. Oh yeah, baby, it's free will. So you might have made free will decisions, okay? And I keep I give things from my everyday life journey, okay? And again, I talk about when I'm called to fast, listen to your body. Maybe you're called to fast. Now, I know if I didn't listen to the call, I said, oh, I'm just going to keep eating, you know, and I share about my physical wellness journey, right? And we do all three phases on this channel. We want to be well-rounded physically, mentally, and spiritually. Some people, they just live in the physical, they're spiritually lost. And some people get lost in the source of spirituality. Yeah, they're totally out of balance. So what we do on this channel is we're going to bring everyone back into balance and back into alignment. So, you know, for example, if I was in my ego and I said, oh, you know, I don't want to get smaller, I want to get bigger, you know, this is my journey, and I'm going to eat and eat and eat all day long, that's not going to be helpful. You know, so you have to just go and your body's going to do the things it naturally does. And you could assist it along. And, you know, like when I fast and I sit in the sauna and in a fasted state, and I'm assisting my body and tapping into its ability to carry out autophagy and getting rid of the old cell parts, the old cellular memories from your life, and things that you just took on when you were since you were born. You know, we're kind of rewriting the DNA. We're kind of restoring the family lineage. It's so important, and you're going to see this, right? So there is hard work that goes to this whole experience, and some people don't want to do this work, and that's okay. But you, the person that's tuned into this message, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to realize what's important for you, because on the other side of this flash is going to be a whole new experience. And I hope they have the t-shirts for us as well. We're going to have the t-shirts. I survived this whole flash. No, it's true. It's like we're surviving this. But it's not so pleasant. I do a lot of complaining as well. I said, I thought I was done with this already. Now I'm feeling it again. But again, go back to the beginning of the lesson. Deep subconscious ancestral patterns. Deep cleanse. Deep cleanse. Not surface cleanse, deep cleanse. You got to go real deep. We go real deep on this channel, right? So it's not such a pleasant thing. And you know, your whole body could feel like it's twisting and turning and it's trying to get rid of these things. You got to get back to nature. You got to listen to your body. Your body is pretty smart. There are things that are built into our body, and it knows what it needs to do. We got to allow it. Half the time is just kind of getting out of the way. Sometimes we have to get out of the way of ourselves. Sometimes we have to get out of the way of God. You know, because, and again, I'm just sharing, and I want you all to kind of take this on in your mind. You know, it's part of our human existence. I know best. But sometimes God knows best, because he's seeing it from a higher vantage point. And then you're going to have a time period where you sit alone. A lot of people don't know who they are. No, and it's not their fault. They got trapped in the matrix. They got forced into school. They got forced into a miserable relationship. They're trapped. There's so many people that are trapped. They're trapped in school. They're trapped in a job. They're trapped in a relationship. And they say, how the heck did I get here? And they had no time to figure out who they are. Does that resonate with you? Why don't you comment down below? And that's how, you know, I discuss the fake spiritual, ultra spiritual people that are out there. Do you see them out there? You'll know them by their fruits, because anyone that's getting this right now, you are experiencing these ascension symptoms right now. It's totally not easy. So if you have people complaining, what's your 5-year plan, worrying about matrix stuff, you're like, I'm just trying to get through the day. I just want to walk straight again. I just want to feel like, how could you even be concerned with that? So that's a telltale sign of that's a fake spiritual individual. Hope that helps you on your journey as well. But this solar flash, this solar cycle is ramping up, and it's like a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, we're at this level, right? So I'll use the gym again As an example, if you're doing the 70-pound dumbbells, then you do the 75s, then you do the 80s and the 85s, and you work your way up. And it's not like you just get the biggest one, because then you could hurt yourself. Dolores Cannon spoke about this time period. Some of you know about Dolores Cannon, and if you don't, I encourage you to look her up. And she said that it's too much for the human body to deal with all at once, whether it is the actual solar flash. Remember, we're thinking in both terms. We're thinking in the terms of the actual solar flash, the actual energy, or the expansion of consciousness. They're actually connected. And you might be going on your journey and you start to unlearn and relearn and break through the subconscious programs. And when you go down one of these rabbit holes, or you start to change that program, you say, oh, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm going to take a nappy poo because I'm tired. And I'm sharing from a place of authenticity. This is not an easy journey right now. I know the ins and outs of it, and that's why I could focus. I could focus for a 17, 18-minute video and put my best foot forward. I could focus on an hour-and-a-half workout, whatever it might be throughout the day. But then there's also a lot of laying down, being horizontal to get the pressure off my spine. It's not an easy thing. You think you could be concerned with matrix nonsense during this process? Absolutely not. So you will know them by their fruits. There are people that are feeling this. It's okay. You're being changed. You're being upgraded. The wiring. It's one of my first videos. I shared the preparation to accept. I hold receipts on this. Heard someone else say, another man of God, he said there's a lot of receipts that are coming out this year, right? A lot of receipts these year. Keep on, get the receipts going in the comment section, baby. Yeah. No, it's the preparation to accept. Yeah. Yeah, it still lasts the test of time. The preparation, that guy on YouTube, he must have known what he was talking about. No, the preparation to accept. You have to be prepared. There are certain things, and I see them, and you're going to see it on your journey. There are things that, you might be able to handle now. You couldn't have accepted it. You weren't prepared. You weren't prepared to accept all that energy, to accept it all. So know that it is a tough time period. Know how to manage. Self-care, so important at this time. Know that there's more that's coming. It's not just gonna just abruptly end. And know that it's a free will decision to put your best foot forward and improve physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I hope this message was helpful for all of you. And if it resonates with you, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, to help you become the best version of yourself. Let's improve every single day, even if it's only 1%, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's become the best version of ourselves. Let's rise up. This is true ascension to a higher plane of existence. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Anyone can ascend according to their everyday life and get on the higher timeline. You don't want to get dragged down. There's going to be people out there that are gloom and doom, and they're doing not the nicest of job. They're actually pulling people onto the negative timeline. We're going to be up on the higher timeline. So stay up high, raise your vibrational frequency. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. They're brand new posts on all of the platforms. The links are in the description. And comment down below, what do you do to manage these very powerful solar flares? And please share this video. It's going to help a lot of people on their journey. And stay focused and know that you have the ability to make the leap. Take the leap of faith. All right. I love you all. Keep going, kid.